Uh, this is a Phoenix Lite by Top Don. Been using it for a little bit today. So, uh, thing compared to like a Maxidus or anything like that, it's pretty on par. Like, there's only a couple of things I'd say. Like, it, and that might just be that they're getting to it. Like, I noticed after I did an update, which if you're gonna do the updates and all this stuff, like, or when you get this, set aside enough time, because I think I still have like 37 or updates that I need to put on here, but they're like for like lesser things I'm not dealing with today. But either way, I at least put an hour to like updating. But it's pretty nice. One thing I have to say is right here where it's saying equipped, it'd be really nice if it just said fault and how many faults, or like even if it didn't like have a fault counter on it necessarily, just saying, hey, check out this module. My old Maxidus and all that stuff, I'd open up a computer with a dash that had absolutely no lights on it, and I'd go in and then I'd find on the body control module there's like 8 codes. Some of them were just junk codes, like they get set sometimes when the door's not closed right or something like that. But it was still nice, instead of going like, I have no idea if there's anything set because there's no check engine light, but this guy says that the airbag light keeps on coming on, and like stuff like, go in. This is pretty standard if you think it's a long reading time. Like, man, I remember my 708 and all that stuff, it'd be at 69% for like 5 minutes. So it's pretty quick at reading all this stuff. Like, usually any scanner I've used, when you do VWs, you have to put a battery charger on it or some kind of maintainer, because just running the codes and just getting this list will usually kill the battery going through the scan. Honda, I did one of those like last night. Thing took like less than 5 minutes to run through all the subsystems. My old Maxidus DS 708, that thing took freaking at least 15-20 minutes to run through a Honda. It wasn't gonna kill the battery unless it's a weak battery, but it takes a bit of time. But this is what I mean by it. It's saying equipped instead of having a fault counter. Is go in here to the power control module and I have no idea if these are here. Now, these are continuous memory DCTs, so they're not actually active. These are inside the history. What's it called? Have to monitor this and see if I'm going to have to replace Bank 1 Sensor 102. I've already taken a picture of this, so clearing it. I guess if you have no experience in reading codes and understanding them, don't just clear a code, especially if you're going to take it to a mechanic and all that stuff, because the guy came here to look at this airbag supply or code. I don't know if he erased it or not, because it's not showing up in airbag code. And I went into that PCM rather than the restraint control module, just because I already been in there and seen that it didn't have anything on it. Now, there's like 20 trucks here, and he wrote on there white F250. This is the only white F250. He has more white F350s and 450s, but this is only 250. Now I'm not getting an airbag code, although I know on these models they have resistance that builds up inside of the clock spring. When you turn, you can see this resistance inside the data stream. So that's what we'll do. Go inside here. Now, this only has 24 different like scans for this particular module. I'll say one thing, like I kind of wish that they put the changing the page like sliding sideways, because maybe this one will actually display all of it. Yeah, when I was doing the PCM reading like earlier, there was like 13 different pages, and when you got to the bottom of the page, you like scrolled and then it would load up another like 7 things that'd be on the screen, which isn't necessarily that bad. It just, I was trying to get down to the bottom of it, and when I'd go down to the bottom of it, it would load up the next page, and instead of seeing what I'm looking for here, I would, get another page and have to scroll back to it. That might be kind of nitpicking. It's nice that this actually is displaying all of them, but it's probably not over the maximum amount. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for ohms. Turn this on. This other stuff is just seat belts and body air control, airbag controls. Let's see if we plug in our seat belt. Boy. Still don't have no airbag light. Man, I was trying to scroll up, flip the screen. I do have a little bit play in those numbers. That should be below threshold to setting any light off. It's like, I know it says 2:45. It's more like 5. Yeah, about 5 o'clock right now. So I'm not gonna call the customer right now. But this is gotta be something I'm probably gonna be leaving till later, so I can talk to him and make sure, like, I'm not just gonna okay this and it's the wrong truck, or okay this and it gets set off and he'd cleared out the code. But this is a pretty nice scanner. It has not cut me off from anything that I'm used to. Special functions are at par with my old Maxidus. If not, like, some of these things actually go above. Like when I was scanning my E series and all that stuff, it actually has a compression test, which the Altel didn't have on the older version, and found that pretty neat. I gotta say, it has that little handle back here. I'm so used to putting these things up on a steering wheel. They're up and out of the way. And I don't know, I wouldn't say my hand's big or necessarily small, but how we're used to using tablets, you know, grabbing on the side here and tapping, like my hand's not even barely inside there. Not really a complaint, because if I was carrying it like down the road or something like that, kind of like it. But it would be nice if there's just like a clip I could buy on the website that I could just like hang something off of here, and it just has like a little place so I can clip this on to the steering wheel or onto the dash or something. Just so it's up and out of the way, so I can get in and out of the vehicle, go back and forth. If you have any questions that you want me to look up something, like, because when I got this, I had a lot of questions. I was not sure if it was going to do key on engine on test or any of that kind of stuff. But so far, I haven't been limited. And the price for it, it's a good price. My old Maxidus 708, 12 years ago, that was about $6,000 with lifetime updates, which it hit its service life in 2018, 2019. They told us that they weren't giving us any more updates, and you can still get a DS 708 online on eBay for like about $1,200, which is still more expensive than this brand new thing that gets full updates. Because I didn't make a video, but I did just scan like a 2021, and it picked up everything on there, where if I did that on the DS, it would just put me into saying that I had to basically use the OBD code read, because it couldn't read any of the modules unless I like tricked it and said it's a 2016 and went into, like, let's say the airbag module, and the airbag module is still the same, but the PCM has been updated, so it doesn't recognize the PCM code reading for like a RAM 2018 to the 2021 or something like that. In fact, yeah, the RAMs wouldn't even run up to 2018. I think 2016 is what the DS 708 got cut off at for Chrysler. Then GM, I think that went up to 2018, and Ford, I think that also went up to like 2018, 2019, until we got the cutoff, and then you get stuck using OBD, which is the same as that little $20 reader you can get from Walmart, which once you do this enough, once like this is your profession, you're doing this diagnostic stuff, those OBD things, they're all right to point you in a somewhat direction, but they're not really helping you. Not compared to actually having an actual diagnostic tester. So yeah, I'd put this inside a dealer level like scan tool, not just a basic scan tool. Be making more of these, showing off this system. And yep, like I said, if you have any other questions, let me know.